What's up guys, Full FIFA here back in with another video, and today we are back with the marquee matchup predictions for week 19, February 4th. So I'll throw the teams up on the screen right now if you don't want to sit through the whole video. Again, we do go in depth about players through this video on what are my main players that I'm buying from every team. And just quickly, sorry about not uploading Bronze Pack Method to Glory. I did record a whole episode. It was almost going to be 2 episodes. It was a really long episode. But it did get corrupted for some reason, so we are kind of behind on that. I'll start recording another one again. However, we were at a decent amount of coins. We were at least over 145k just from doing bronze packs, not from the SBCs. I did do a ton of SBCs, and yeah, all the footage was corrupted. We really didn't pack anything decent. We packed one walkout. It was an 86 Sommer. That was about it. But let's get right into this video. So the first 2 teams we got is Liverpool versus Man City, and in my opinion this is 99% chance this team's going to get in because just how big of a game it is. And as always with Liverpool, we do usually just go with the same players, which is Milner and Shaqiri. But for this one, if you guys are able to pick up Kaita for 650 coins, go ahead and pick him up as well instead of Milner, because again, he is higher rated than Milner, but Milner does have that English link if they do max nationalities, which they did a bunch for this week. So those players did sell for a little bit more than usual. And if we hop on over to the common cards, they only literally have one goalkeeper that's common, so I wouldn't suggest picking up any common cards from these guys. And if we do head over to Man City again only have one common goalkeeper, so I don't suggest picking up this goalkeeper, as he is quite low rated, and I feel like this team is probably going to be an 80 rated team as always. The biggest matchup they do 80 rated teams for. So with the gold rares, there's a bunch of options for these guys. If you're able to get this Mendy, if you're able to get this left back, I can't even see this guy's name, Fernand Torres. I was able to pick up a couple of Fernand Torreses, and I picked up a couple of stones for myself. Try going during 6 p.m. UK time to like 8 p.m. UK time. That's like the prime time when everybody's on the game, everybody's open pack. There's new SBCs coming out. There's a lot of supply on the market for these cards. And again, I was able to pick up these cards. So my main 2 options from here were Stones and Fernand Torres, and I was able to pick up a bunch of him because these cards will rise in price because they probably are going to require one player from each team, as they always do. And I did choose that Stones just for that English link as well. So if we do move on to the next 2 teams, which is Juventus versus Roma from the Serie A. This is a huge matchup again from the Serie A. So these players again are super cheap to buy. The main 2 that I did go with from these guys was Khedira, and I was able to pick up this, I can't even say this Uruguayan guy's name, this center mid right here. So Ramsey is another option, but again, he does quick sell for, you gotta buy him for 700 coins because he is an 82 rated player, and he does quick sell for I believe like 658. So you'll be losing a couple more coins than buying these Khediras. That's why I actually went with the Khedira and that 79 rated card instead, because they'll be losing less coins if they don't come out with this SBC. And if we head on over to the gold commons, they did have a couple. They did have this right wing. If you guys are able to pick them up for 350 coins, go right ahead, along with this center back, along with pretty much any of these cards. If you're able to get them for 350 coins, that is also a good buy. And they do tend to rise a little bit more than the gold rares do, just because there's like a 300 coin 350 coin price difference almost between them. So, and if we do move over to Roma's commons, if you guys are able to get these 75 rated commons, which I was able to pick up a bunch of for 300 coins, go ahead and pick these cards up. These are the main buys that I did, was on these 75 rated cards, because they do discard for 300 coins, and make sure you only bid on them for maximum 300 coins on the 75 rated cards, because you will be losing 0 coins if they don't come out with the SBC. And if we do move on to the gold rares, I recommend just staying with the commons. That's all I did, was those 75 rated commons. But if you do want to invest in some rare cards instead, there is this French CDM, which was my main option for the gold rares from these guys. Also, you guys can pick up this left mid right here. He is also Italian, which is a pretty good option as well. Then we got Banabachi versus Galatasaray from the Turkish league. So from these guys, they had one main rare player that I went with, which was this Parati. I'm pretty sure this is the only rare player they got. So 650 coins for this card is not bad. Along with that, if we do go over to the commons, this is what I would more stick around for, especially these cards. Some of these lower like league teams, they don't require players from the actual teams themselves. They do some kind of nation requirement or some kind of club requirement on these cards always. So if you guys are able to get that 75 rated center back for 300 coins, this was my only investment from this team. I did not pick up the rare Parati. My only investment was this 75 rated center back for 300 coins, and that's what I think you guys should invest in as well. And if we move on to Galatasaray, as we move on to the commons, they do have a 75 rated left back and they do have a 75 rated left mid, and those were my main two options from these guys. Pick these cards up for 300 coins. Don't go above that because they most likely won't require actual players from each team in this SBC if Galatasaray and Fenerbahce do get in. And make sure if you guys can get this left mid, get him instead of the left back, just because he is also Turkish, because sometimes they do a Turkish requirement in these kind of SBCs. And gold commons, we can look at them, but I won't suggest investing in any of these gold rare cards. Sorry, don't invest in any of these gold rares. Again, they only have one goalkeeper, so it doesn't even really matter. But just pick these cards up for absolute discard. For the last teams in the main 4, I do got MARQUEE versus PSG. So these guys do have a bunch of gold rare cards from each team. So if you guys are able to get this center mid for 650 coins, that is a great option, along with this striker for 650 coins. But as always, I did try and go with the guys that are like the easiest. So I did go with the commons for this actually, because most likely, again, they won't require players from each team, but they could, so you never know. Pick these cards up for 350 coins if you can. These lower rated cards, go with this Kamara, go with Amavi if you guys can pick up this card. They're all good options. Stick with the commons for these teams, and same thing with PSG. If we do move over to PSG, trying to stick with these cards for 300 coins. So this right back I was able to get for 300 coins all day long during those 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. UK time, just because there's so many packs being open and stuff. So stick with those. We can look at the we can look at the rare golds, but I would stay away from those for now and just stick with the 300 rated gold common cards. So for the two wildcard options, we do got Chelsea versus Spurs. This is pretty out there. I doubt Chelsea versus Spurs will actually get in. If they do get in, they'll probably replace Man City versus Liverpool, which I doubt they will. So if we do look at gold rares that you are able to buy right now, my main option from these guys was Chilwell, just because he's English. He's 81 rated, so I believe you lose only like 2 coins a card on these cards, or like 5 coins a card. So that's the main option that I did go with. And if we do go ahead and look at the commons, there are a couple of commons that you guys can buy for 300 coins from these guys, which is actually Caballero and Baba. So I would suggest investing in actually 300 coin commons again for these teams, just because they're wildcard teams, right? And there's not like 100% chance they'll get in. There's a slight chance these cards could get it. So, and if we do move on to Spurs, again, I stuck with the commons on this one. So this goalkeeper I was able to pick up all day long for around 350 coins. Only pick up a couple of these cards. Don't go crazy investing in these, especially in these wild cards. Don't go crazy in on those. If you guys are looking to invest a bunch of coins into this, spread it out over the main 4 teams that we have. So I spread mine over Liverpool and Man City and Juventus and Roma, because they're the most likely to get into this SBC especially. So if we do move on to the gold rares for Spurs, they do got a couple. If you guys are looking for gold rares, I would stick with the right back Aurier, or I would go with this Davies. And lastly, we got Norwich versus Swansea. Again, this is another one that's really out there. I doubt this team will get in, but if you guys do want to invest, I picked up a bunch of these Tim Kruls for super cheap. They're only 300 coins, so absolute discard. So you'll be losing 0 coins in investment. I only did pick up a couple of these cards. I don't even want to get into the silvers actually, just because there's no point in investing in them. Because if they don't get in, you're just going to be losing 50 coins on each card. So stick with the safer investments. So for Swansea, it's a little bit different. They only got IU. So I did actually pick up a couple of these these silver rare cards for 250 coins each. So you can minimize your coin loss on these cards, especially if you're able to get like a little bit decent high rated, like 68, 69 rated cards. I would stick with those for this. And that's pretty much the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like and subscribe. Peace.